Hey, we got another Jimmy High Roller video. This one is the harsh truth about Caitlin Clark, which is as a pro black guy, black supporter. Anytime we're talking about a black
Are
dominated
great,
sport,
but
we're
very
talking about
rarely
the
does an
harsh truth
athlete
about a
make
white
such an
person.
impact that they
I
begin
don't
to
know, bro.
transcend their sport. You know, those times where an
Basketball is
athlete is
not the white
creating
person
so
sport.
much buzz
So
that
let's see
people
if
who
he
don't even follow
clickbaiting,
the
which
sport know their
probably
name.
clickbait.
These athletes hardly ever come around, but when they do, you know something special is going on. Growing up, I used to skate,
Like Eminem's
so
the only
of
white
course
rapper
I know
that's in
who
the top
Tony
five.
Hawk
So it's
is.
like, come
But
on, bro.
my
Larry
mom
Where's Larry Bird in
also
the top
knows who
five all
Tony
time?
Hawk
What he like
is. In a
seventh? That's
sport
what I'm
that
saying,
tends
bro.
to
Come
only
on, gang.
retain the most diehard fans, Usain Bolt was so incredible that he became a household name. And it also helped that his name sounds like he was destined to be the fastest
Yeah,
man of all
Usain
time.
Bolt is
Ask the average
kind of a
person to name
scripted
any
name.
golfer,
I ain't gonna
and
lie to
they'll
you.
instantly say
Tiger
Tiger Woods,
Woods.
followed by no one else. There are very few
Yes.
athletes that
Yes,
reach
sir.
this level of popularity, where they almost single-handedly lift their sport to new heights. And right now, women's basketball is home to an athlete that may just be next in line to be one of these transcendent athletes.
We talking about Juju Watkins, right? Juju Watkins? Oh, no, I don't know who bro talking about then.
Caitlin Clark has only been in the WNBA for
She
one
nice though.
season,
Her
and
breaking
she
the
is
assist record
already
is
the
crazy.
face
I'm
of
not
the
gonna lie to
league,
you. It's
drawing
crazy.
in more fans,
No, she
viewers.
well, she is the face and she's not the face because they got eliminated out of playoff contention, or out. They got eliminated in the playoffs and she was not on the graphic. And I hate when niggas do that type of stuff in all type of sports. Like when the Warriors get knocked out and for some reason it's not a picture of Steph Curry looking sad. It's a random picture of like the two-way dude on the G League team that got pulled up. It's the picture of him sad. And it's like, bro, is he the face of the Warriors? Are you gonna show him when y'all win? Y'all gonna spam him? No, spam Steph Curry when y'all lose, bro. The same way y'all spam LeBron when people get knocked out the playoffs and lose in the finals. Spam Steph Curry when y'all lose. So y'all spamming that random black lady on the Indiana Fever when they lost instead of it being Caitlin Clark, the lady with the assist record of all time, of the single season assist record, her and 3-point record, I believe. Spam her. Don't y'all do that. That's bad. That's bad
Money
looks.
than ever before, but it hasn't come without harsh criticism. Some of it targeted at
She
the
got a nose on her.
disproportionate
People say she look like Rick
admiration and
Owens,
attention
and no
being
cap,
given to just
she look
one
like Rick
player,
Owens.
and some of this criticism claiming she simply isn't nearly
They do be
as
fouling her
dominant
though. I
as
ain't
we
gonna
are
lie.
led to believe. A
She's
product
dominant.
of the sports media machine pushing their golden child. Is Caitlin Clark?
But I think she's as dominant as Larry Bird was dominant, which Larry Bird was dominant for his time. But that's what I'm saying. Which that I ain't gonna lie, that does sound like hating, which is why I'm gonna try to tone it down. I'm gonna try to tone it down, cause saying like she good, but only for the next 15 years is kind of crazy. Well, 15 might be also Glaze. Maybe let's give her 12. I don't know. Athletes don't be playing that long. We'll see. We'll see. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better hope Juju Watkins don't come and go crazy, or she will be forgotten. Not forgotten. She would just be nullified. But we're gonna see.
Really as
She's
good as
definitely better than
advertised,
Andrews. I'll be
or
honest
have her
with y'all.
talents been overblown for the sake of the
Clark
WNBA
is better
and
than
the
Andrews
future
for
of
sure.
women's basketball?
And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark.
But Caitlin
for
Clark not
lifting
better
up our
than
sport.
AJ Wilson, so like, come on, bro.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. Football season is here, and my partners
Bro,
at
get these-
DraftKings, you can see it, roller. On April 7th of
Get that
this
outta here,
year,
buddy.
the women of the NCAA Basketball Championship accomplished something completely unprecedented. Throughout the game, they drew
What was
in
it?
nearly 19 million viewers, a number that shattered every NCAA women's record, exceeded the viewership of any.
You know what it didn't shatter? It didn't shatter how much OnlyFans models generated, because the OnlyFans models generated more money, over $1 billion more than the NBA generated. So, yep, nobody better than the OF.
men's
Not even
tournament
LeBron
game
James.
over the last half decade, and even
wanna
surpassed
see
every
Scarborough
single
over
NBA
LeBron
Finals
James. It's
game
crazy work.
since 2018. The game was
But
a
no, they said them
groundbreaking
tickets. They
spectacle,
said
with
them
people
final
who had
tickets
never
is
even
like
tuned into
more.
a single
One game
basketball
is
game in their life, turning on the TV.
no. Yeah, I think they said Caitlin Clark's like first playoff game was worth more than the whole series of the finals last year, which is crazy inflation. I'd be mad as a fan that's actually been tuning in the last 5 years, and you just get hit with quadruple inflation. Like, yeah, I was buying tickets for $20, and then the nigga look at you dead in his eyes and be like, "This ticket $250." You're like, nigga, I didn't bought this ticket the last 10 years. What you mean this is $250? Nigga, this $20. Like, that's what I'm saying. Going to
TVs
Chipotle
to
and
see who would
randomly
be
a
crowned
bowl is
champions.
$80 is
The majority
crazy.
of this flocking attributed to one player, Caitlin Clark. Her unbelievable range and record-breaking performances
happening.
proving to be must-watch.
Like, y'all remember when Lonzo Ball in them Triple B games, they was charging people at halftime or to get back in and stuff like that?
Watch
milking
TV,
niggas.
the true testament of her greatness and impact, all of the doubt and borderline detest that quickly followed her ascent. Some fans and players, both past
Diana
and present,
Taurasi was
questioning if her talents
hating.
would translate to the next level and if
But
the
it be
horde
some
of fans
OGs
she
that be hating.
inspired would follow. They did. Her WNBA debut attracted the most viewers of any WNBA game in the history of ESPN. Indiana's home game attendance jumped from an average of 4,000 fans last season to an average of over 17,000 fans this season, a more than 400% increase in just a single year. Transactions in the Fever's team store jumped over 700%, and WNBA viewership has skyrocketed to levels.
And you want to know what's funny? They said all them people that ordered the memorabilia, like ordered it and didn't buy it at an actual Indiana Fever store in Indiana. They said they didn't get those jerseys until after the season, which is funny. Imagine the season being so short. You order LeBron James jersey and you don't get it until after the season's over. Crazy word.
That even Clark's biggest advocates could not foresee. Game 4 of last year's WNBA Finals drew in more viewers than any WNBA game over the last 2 decades, with 728,000 fans tuning in for the game, living up to the hype as one of the most anticipated games in the history of the league. This season, there were 22 regular season games that eclipsed that mark. 21 of
21 was Caitlin Clark
them
games?
drawing in over a million viewers. Even crazier, 18 of those 22 games featured Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. But the most revealing evidence of the now dubbed Caitlin Clark effect is the fact that WNBA viewership has nearly caught up with NBA viewership in 2024. On ESPN, NBA games averaged 1.56 million viewers this past season. WNBA games averaged 1.2 million
Oh wait,
viewers.
that's actually crazy. I didn't know that. ESPN report. Dang. No, that's actually W. The WNBA might actually make their first dollar in the first 28 years of its existence.
That was inconceivable just a couple years ago. But Caitlin Clark's soaring popularity has been a point of contention for many fans of the WNBA, frustrated that in a league that is bursting with talent right now, it's all just being overlooked for the poster child of women's basketball. Do Caitlin's abilities actually warrant the hype? In just her rookie season, Caitlin broke over a dozen league and franchise records.
Broke so many records, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Single season assist record. She set the record for the most assists in a single game. She received the most All-Star votes of any player in WNBA history. Set a new league record for double doubles by a guard in a single season. Scored the most points of any rookie in league history, and became the first rookie in WNBA history to put up a triple double. Just this past week, it was announced that Caitlin made first team All-WNBA, which makes her the first rookie to make first team All-League since Candace Parker did it 16 years ago.
Really?
Turns out those awe-inspiring performances from her days in college did in fact translate to the pros. Because even against the best defense in the world, she is pretty much an offensive cheat code. Throughout her rookie season, with points and assists, Clark generated 45.2% of all points produced by the Indiana Fever. For perspective, she has a larger offensive load than every single player in the NBA last season, outside of
who? Luka Magic. Points generated? That's what I'm saying. Look at that. She has a higher offensive load. But once you look at the points generated, she wouldn't even be on this list. The offensive load is crazy. Yeah, 38 points. Nowhere. But 45% of the team, that is crazy. She's generating almost half of her team's points. Which it's still crazy. Luka's generating like that with Kyrie on the team. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Of Luka Doncic, and she's a rookie. But to really understand Caitlin's unparalleled offensive prowess, here are the 200 most productive offensive seasons in WNBA history on a scale of points generated per game. And among these seasons, you'll find the greatest players in the league's history. Lisa Leslie to
But real talk, cause honestly, this is one of these things where only time will tell. Hopefully they change the stats. I think that'll give her better recognition, or actually it probably won't. But it would only be fair if they change the stats, because if not, it's gonna be one of them Russell Westbrook conversations where it's like this is the greatest player of all time because stat wise she's breaking the whole system. Which if you look up stat plus or minus, which is why they changed plus or minus after the triple double Russ year, because he averaged it for what, like another year or 2 more years or 1 more year back to back, 2 years back to back, 30-point triple double. That literally statistically would make you the MVP every fucking time, which is why Russ, they had to change it. So these are about to be a whole bunch of crazy ass stats, which they're not going to because they need people to watch the games. But that just shows you the difference between the NBA and the WNBA is that Russ can break the way stats are even like read and calculated and it be changed the next season so he doesn't break Michael Jordan's records because there's really not a whole bunch of there's no money being generated in WNBA, so they need the stats to look funky and wonky for Caitlin Clark to be like the GOAT of WNBA. Because if not, y'all not gonna watch it.
Tamika Catchings, Cheryl Swoops, Candace Parker, and Angel McCautry have tons of seasons littered throughout this chart. Climb towards the top and you'll find seasons from Asia Wilson and Cynthia Cooper. But with 4 of
It's
the
also
top
just
10 most productive
what's the word?
offensive seasons
It's
in
power creep.
WNBA history is
Because
Diana
offenses-
Taurasi. Her
offenses
2006
evolve. You got
campaign
three-pointers
being
now,
the best of them
all
all,
that.
producing 33.9 points per game. And then there's Caitlin Clark, who
See,
is
I told you.
already the
That's
most
exactly
potent
what Russ
offensive
looked like
player in the
when he
history
won
of the
MVP, and then they changed the
WNBA
way
in her rookie season.
plus or minus
Women's
was.
hoops has
And
never seen a player
he
like
never looked like
this.
that ever
and
again.
as absurd as
Even
her
though his
numbers
stats
are,
look the same
how
for like
she
the next
puts up
5
these
years.
numbers is just as incredible. Here are the players who attempt the
That's all I'm
longest
saying.
three-pointers on average in the NBA last season, with Trae Young leading the league with the deepest three-point attempts with an average distance of 27.94 feet, and Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry just a shade closer. Despite it still being worth the same amount of points, the longest shooters in the NBA are stepping 4 feet outside the three-point line on their attempts. But even amongst the deepest shooters in the world, Caitlin Clark is on her own island, because throughout the 2024 regular season, her average three-point distance was 28.1 feet, which is not only further than any player
How
in
many
the
attempted,
NBA
though?
and in the WNBA. It is a whopping 6
It's
feet
crazy,
out from the
'cause
WNBA
she's
three-point
shooting
line.
the farther
Has
threes.
Caitlin Clark been worth all the attention and hype that has engulfed her over the last 2 years? Yeah, I'd say so. She didn't just have a successful rookie season. She had one of the best rookie seasons in recent basketball history. And this isn't just to her benefit, but the benefit of
No, we're not gonna say basketball history. We're not gonna say that one. We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that. Ben Simmons did the same thing. And we shitting on Ben Simmons right now. So we gonna be respectfully. No, thank you. Benjamin Simmons. No. Benjamin Simmons. No. Trae Young. Let's just name Lonzo Ball, Paolo Banchero, Victor Wembanyama, a rookie this year. No. She's not doing no 20 and 40 games. No. Let's see. Who's another? Chet Holmgren. No. That's what I'm saying. Let's just stick to WNBA stats. I think the 3-point one was he didn't give us the how many attempts, because I can guarantee you she's not attempting about 8 like Steph Curry. So it's maybe like 3-pointers being shot like that. She might be
the
though.
entire WNBA.
I wouldn't be surprised if
because
you
the
told me Caitlin
seismic
Clark was
boost
shooting
in
like
the
7
WNBA's
threes a
popularity
game.
this season is not limited to those turning on the games to see what she'll do next. It can also be found in the fans actually showing up to the games. Looking at a chart of the average attendance of WNBA games since the inception of the league in 1997, in 19 years, hand the L,
Yeah.
but 20, the
I mean,
is completely
We just said they quadrupled, so this is just like doubling back on that one.
NBA precedented their struggles until a pair of players showed up and changed
Magic
everything.
and Bird. And when did that happen? The goddamn 80s? And the WNBA wasn't founded until 97, 90. So the WNBA was founded off that Michael Jordan three-peat, and they're like, oh shit, maybe people want to watch women do this. Look how good Michael Jordan is. So
After the succeeding Hall, maybe a decade or charm that
that's what I'm
fans
saying. Who though? Magic and Bird, which would be the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They was cool. Magic as a point guard is cool. Larry Bird, I was saying Larry Bird personally, he's not top 5 small forwards of all time. Definitely not power forwards. I'm taking Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant. I'm taking all of them people before Larry Bird. So he's been power crept 30 years into existence. But that, the 2000, the niggas in the 2000s is crazy. But if we talking about anybody from the 90s, he's like top. He's like top. I think he number one damn near. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, cause Scotty was like a power forward, right? That's what I damn near. No, we didn't need to do that one.
By the office in the 1960s, the
The
NBA's
60s.
growth and popularity rival Pell the didn't really have injuries in 76.
That's what I'm
was a
saying. We
bit
also had Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points like 80 years ago, damn near. So like, you feel me? Like, y'all niggas is like, that's crazy. I don't think that's real though.
Teams were the NFL popular rivalry heights saved the most state times had
This is Glaze.
Sizable players were no longer about the legitimacy of the league itself.
Could you imagine if like what views would look like? Cause you see the shit Luka doing and James Harden, and we're like, oh, that's crazy. And Russ, could you imagine like Victor? That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't.
About
this is a
its
Caitlin
players,
Clark.
Records being broken, rivalries,
What
the
they
playoffs,
said,
title hopes, the draft.
I'm gonna end it here, cause yeah, she's definitely evolving the WNBA. But I think once you start comparing it too much to the NBA, you start disrespecting the NBA, cause D-Lo probably will cook Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Lonnie Walker, LaMelo, Lonzo with that new knee might still cook Caitlin Clark, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, Ben Simmons don't even get us started. Y'all might think Ben Simmons the shittiest nigga of all time. The biggest bust, all the pause. But he's cooking Caitlin Clark. So let's keep it. Let's keep the WNBA and let's keep the W in the W. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't know, bro. If this is, you know what I'm saying, that's crazy work, though. I'll be honest with y'all. Y'all let me know. Should we be comparing the WNBA to the NBA? Is it disrespectful to compare it to it? Is it not? Y'all let me know. Y'all start a discussion in the comments, bro. I will be there commenting to every comment if y'all really want to go there. We could take it there. You feel me? This is a civil. Let's be civil though. You feel me though? Like, let's be civil though. But I'm gonna be honest with you. At the end of the day, my opinions over all of y'all opinions, because this is my life, not your life. So y'all remember that before you type something you think you're gonna cook me. If you even think you're gonna cook me, you feel me? You smell me?